Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalam. Hi guys, to all forex traders. My name is Nakib. My first time doing a YouTube video. I presume it may not be perfect, but I'm here to introduce Bollinger Band Moving Average (Bbma). Um, this is a trading system that I learned from Cikgu Umar Ali, Cikgu Rohi, and also later I took a lesson with Cikgu Hazlan. This is a very it's a very dynamic trading system, and I find it very comfortable because I think my weakness is finding support and resistance where the support can be too big or too small. It's just maybe it's just me. So Bollinger Band moving average helps me find the best entry position and even where to take profit. So here we go. The first thing, of course, is to insert the Bollinger Band. We leave it period. I think default is 20. I was playing around, it was 14 just now. By default, it's 20. You can install or insert the Bollinger Band. Color is up to you. The line thickness is up to you. Whatever you are comfortable with. And here it is. You can see, generally speaking, when you are looking at this chart without the other moving average, you can find that when the market is in uptrend, the candlesticks are in the top region. There are two regions. When the market is in a downtrend, it's in the lower region. All right. So there are three lines: top BB, middle BB, and low BB. That's what I learned. If there is any other term, it's up to you how you want to call it. All right. So based on this simple chart, you can find that when the candlestick closes outside, it means there is a momentum, and it goes, this is H1, so it went about 27 hours of bull market, about 82 pips or 820 points. That is quite significant if you wish to trade from here. And if here there is a sell or bearish momentum, but it went sideways before it decides to go down. So from this signal, about 14 hours of wait, and went all the way 1,337 points in 32 hours. That's about 1.5 days. So this momentum is where you really go all out in selling or buying. All right. So this is just the Bollinger Band. Let's remove this nonsense. Okay, so the next moving average I'll be inserting is period 5, in a weighted low, blue color. Again, the color convention is really up to you. I have my lows at blue and my high in red. Let's have a red. generally speaking, if you want to buy, you want to buy cheap, and you want to sell, sell expensive. So you want this low point to high, and you want to sell, you sell from high to low, or even just here. That's about 24 pips. 240 pips is equivalent to 24 pips. Sorry, 240 points is equivalent to 24 pips. All right. So the next moving average, you need to have the low period 10. I'll have 10 in magenta. Sorry, low, low in say turquoise. The blue theme is low, and I'll have moving average 10, period 10 high. I don't like this. Hot pink is fine. In hot pink. Alright. So the last one is the moving average that you need to tell the trend. Exponential. You apply to close, and because it's trend, I would like to set it in gold. You can see here, if you wish to wait and not get into this haywire market, a strong and steady uptrend, the moving average, the EMA 50 exponential moving average is at the bottom. And if you wish to ignore this sideway and you find, okay, this is a more comfortable downtrend, you can put position here. All right. So there are several things that you need to know in BBMA. The first thing is the moving average is not supposed to be outside the Bollinger Band. So if it's outside, then it's identified as extreme. The first thing to identify is extreme. Extreme sell or extreme buy. If it's at the top, it's extreme sell because extreme is the very first signal to indicate that the market is may change direction, but may not be now. It's just a first signal. It's just like you flipping the signal indicator in the car. All right. The criteria, there are three criteria for BBMA. Sorry, for extreme. The first one is the moving average leaves the Bollinger Band. The second one is reverse CS. This candlestick makes a reverse. You can see um, there is a reverse. All right. And the third one is retest. This is the retest candle. All right. The retest candle, when the reverse arrow has completed, just mark the highest volume that that inspired the extreme. The retest candle cannot exceed close the cannot close above this price and the moving average. These two moving average, the high average. All right. So this is actually the entry point. That is the first thing, the first signal that market will change direction. The second thing is what is called TP wajib, or in Cikgu Omar's book, this is where you must take profit if you take a sell position in an extreme signal. Where is the TP wajib? The opposite moving average. I won't I won't anticipate it. TP here. I would just once it touches the MA low, I would just take a TP. Alright. So the next thing after TP wajib, or compulsory TP in English, I have not come to another term in English because, well, it's not quite straightforward to be. You can always translate yourself, but the location you take profit is opposite MA low, MA. If it's a buy, MA high. If it's a sell, MA low. This is TP wajib. So this is extreme. This is market hilang volume. After MHV, after TP wajib is MHV, or in English, low volume. Low volume means there is no more volume to bring the bull market further up. The sellers are starting to kick in. All right. So what are the criteria? The first thing is closes inside the BB. Inside the BB. You can find that 3 hours, three candlesticks were trying to make a bull movement, but it's still closed inside the BB. And the most important thing to look out for is rejection of the top BB or the low BB. The next thing you should wait for is the reverse candle. Here we have the reverse candle. That is telling you that it will not go further up. The third thing or criteria that you should wait for is similar to extreme, a retest candle. This is the retest candle. Similar to extreme, it is testing the highest volume of where it stops, or the reverse candle, and the MA high where you want to put your entry, this candle, this retest candle. All right. So wajib and MHB. So what confirms that the market is going down is Cikgu Omar Ali calls it candlestick arah kukuh, or um, in English, what do we call it? Market reversal CS. What is the criteria? The criteria, if it's a sell, it has to break the low, MA low. Break MA 5 low, 10 low, and meet PB. That's all. There is only one criteria for CS market reversal CS. This is a confirmation. It has to break all three MA low and the mid BB. This is not a confirmation that the market is going to reverse because it does not break. It breaks the mid BB, but it does not break the MA 510 low. All right. So the next thing to look out for is momentum. CSM or momentum. This is very straightforward. I don't think I have to translate. What is the criteria? Also, just a simple criteria. CS close outside top or low BB. This is what Cikgu Umar would say. If the candlestick cannot close outside the BB, if it closes outside, it is called a momentum. All right. So once you have a momentum, what you wait for is what the first from entry, or Cikgu Omar would call it re-entry, is at MA high and mid BB. What is the criteria of re-entry? The best entry is after the first momentum. That is the full margin entry, and the return is thousands of percent. CS does not break MA high or so this is, although this is an extreme, you can see that the bottom band is spread, so this momentum will have an entry. The best thing about BBMA is you can anticipate how long it can go in terms of hours. As you can see, this entry is where the mid BB, MA 5 high and MA 10 high is tied up, and when this happens, minimum 3 candles. If you are on a H1, there is three bear candle, and this is a 46 pips, and it goes, that is about 34 candles. Return is very high, but you can see This is 27th June. This is the signal came on Monday. The safest entry came on the high risk entry came on Tuesday. The safest entry came on Wednesday, and 30th June on Thursday. If you had taken the low risk, that's 124 pips, 120 pips. If you're putting in entry lot of 5 cents, how we calculate is 1,200 points multiplied by your entry lot is 5 cents. Your reward will be $60 in 3 days. I'm saying if your anticipation starts from Monday. Now, this is a trade on single time frame. This is just the basic of Bbma or Mali. So extreme, TP wajib or opposite MA. TP wajib or compulsory TP as you call it is actually a re-entry buy. Even it goes down, the market went down to give you discount. So if you manage to capture this part here and start selling, this is very important key. If you find this kind of, normally pin bars don't tell any story in BBMA. Here, you see, you would think this is a rejection. Maybe this is a bearish engulfing. It went up because there's a momentum here. After a momentum, there must be a re-entry. Like this, momentum, re-entry, momentum, re-entry. This is not CSAK. This is not market reversal candlestick. Momentum, momentum, re-entry. Right. So extreme can happen 2 times. MHV can happen 2, 3, 4 times. That is why the entry in MHV is actually quite high risk, because you can go on doing MHV for so long. And there are instances where there are like this. This is extreme. Reverse candle, retest candle, moving average came out. Also extreme. So you must remember there must be at least 2 extreme or extreme and then MHV to make a reversal candlestick or CSAK. You see, this is a CSAK. It went up, but does not create a momentum. It rejects the top BB. The BB is flat. The most important key is when candlestick close inside the BB and BB is flat, and here comes Mr. Extreme. That is a sell position right away. Pin bar, reverse candle, retest candle. In the sideway market, you can see it comes here, 40 pips, goes up about 32 pips, 33 pips. So if coming back to basic, this is extreme. So but you can't call this reversal CS, not CSAK, because there is no MHV. So this is MHV. The hardcore traders, the old timers, will look for MHV or low volume where there are no more buyers. Reverse candle, retest candle, boom. 33 hours, 248 pips, or even 73 hours, that's approximately 4 days, 320 pips. And there it is. When should you use MA50, exponential moving average period 50, to tell the trend in H4 and above, the bigger time frames? You can see all the candlesticks, and the mid BB is below the MA50. This is mid BB. When it comes in, you have to be careful. This is where multi-time frame kicks in. This is a signal in multi-time frame. All right. In daily, you can see that the MA50 is still on top of the candlesticks, and mid BB actually. So it's a very strong sell. US index is very strong. Euro US dollar is very much bearish for the past 6 months. Even this whole year, yeah, it's only 8 weeks. The key word is the setups in bigger time frames always govern. Extreme, um, TP wajib, or where you take the profits. This is actually extreme because when you see the candle touches the top BB is also an extreme. Here, market hilang volume. And what do you anticipate after market hilang volume or low volume is candle arah kukuh or reversal candle. Alright guys, that's basic for you. The market is on a bear market. Of course, you can see there is a momentum sell in weekly, there's a momentum sell in monthly. Now, daily has momentum and then it rejects the low BB. What is it trying to do? It goes sideways, perhaps it wants to do a re-entry in the weekly. As last week, you can see that market close at MA 5 high. All right. So if you like my video, please give me a like. If you don't give me a dislike. You can always DM me. Follow my YouTube. This is my first time. You can also register with me under MFM Securities. I'll provide the link below in the video. I hope you like my video. I hope it's informative. In my next video, I will be doing multi-time frame analysis for Bbma traders, also in English. I hope this could benefit you, inshallah. Well, anything you can reach out to me on Telegram or just leave me a comment. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.